Hello, how's it going? I hope you guys are doing well. It is me, Cal, back with a video after a long hiatus from doing as such. This is the first take and the only take, like always, unless I mess up horribly. And I just had, I was packing up my computer because I'm actually about to head out of California and go back to Minnesota to finish up my degree, which is something that probably about 8 months ago I would say was like, 95% sure not going to happen. As in, I wanted to continue not going on with my degree and focusing on other aspects of life. But I think, I wanted to make this video. Well, I was about to take down my monitors and unplug everything, and I just wrapped up my headphone cable, and I was like, wait, I know I want to make a video when I get to Minnesota about my thoughts and my plans, and so why don't I make one right before I wrap everything up? And when I got back from Minnesota, I was very motivated. And I'm not sure if I was motivated in the right ways or with the correct judgment on it, but I had just blind optimism about the future. And I think that a lot of times blind optimism can be very good because being optimistic, whether it's blind or whether it's informed, and also like having a goal and a direction it gives you a lot of energy, right? It helps you wake up in the morning. It helps you take those steps through things that you don't necessarily want to do so that you can keep working towards what you want to work towards. And, those first couple months, I made a lot of videos on YouTube because I just had so many things that I wanted to say and share. And I think one of the things that I did for a while, which, you know, I don't know what my plan is with this channel. I think at some point in the future, I'd really like to make some sort of informative podcast, both for people to gain information about the world from and my perspective and from other people that I have on the podcast, and also for me to increase my ability to come into contact with amazing minds and, provide value to them, get some value myself, and make the whole pie a bit bigger. And I think at that point I might kind of like, take these videos offline, make them private, or at least, only unlisted, so you would have to have the link. And so then people can still watch the videos, but until then, I'll just still be posting my thoughts. And yeah, I made a lot of videos which were, well, even before, if you guys find way back, there was a time, I forget exactly what it was called. I think it was like Morris Learn or something on TikTok. If you guys find them, they're pretty funny. Not I was like, I'm so sure I'm gonna go viral with this, and it was like some sort of financial, education, not like how to day trade, but like, how to actually, deal with your personal finances. And I was trying to promote this thing through growing a TikTok. And so that was, that's obviously, there's 1,000,001 people, probably more, literally doing that type of thing. And so then I moved away from that, and I started selling like mouse anesthesia masks, which, might be a whole other video in itself, probably an article on my blog, but just a lot of lessons learned. And for a while, my optimism about what I was capable of bringing to the world was deflated quite a lot. And the nice thing about my life, the nice or the not nice thing, is that when my optimism for work is deflated, I can still eat. I can still have a place to sleep. Right now I'm living with my parents. I honestly still have, there were other ways that I was making money throughout these months, but I still have the ability to go and enjoy myself with friends. And, I have a very big safety net, which is something that is both a blessing and a curse, right? And, I'm trying to. I made a lot of videos about I'm going to build a $10 million business in 100 days or in a year, right? In 365 days. And, there are very, very few people who have ever done that, and I absolutely still want to build my own business at some point in life. But I think one thing that I've learned is that, if there's very few people doing it, or there's very few people who are successful doing what you're doing, then there's a reason why. And if there's somebody not doing what you're doing, or there's not a lot of people doing what you're doing, there's also a reason why. Now, maybe a lot of the people who are very successful are doing things that nobody else is doing. So you've got to have some perspective, and you've got to kind of really be able to see that nuance. But if you find yourself waking up in the morning, right, and looking at Instagram on your phone, one thing that I haven't done yet in all of 2024, which is only 12 days, there's a couple of things, but I'll say I haven't gone on Snapchat recommended, and I haven't gone on Instagram recommended. And, if you find yourself waking up in the morning and you find yourself consuming other people's content for a while, and then going to a job that values you at a place where they could train somebody else to get to that same level of skill, and because of that you can't command a very high, salary or hourly rate, and then you find yourself going home and, going out to like a mediocre bar, vaping, right, all this stuff, and in the back of your mind, now if you are happy with that, which honestly I've had a couple of days where that has kind of described my life, and at the end of those days, obviously the things that make it great aren't what I just described. It's the people and the interactions within that experience that make it, make you smile at the end of that day. But if you're somebody like me, where in the back of your mind you want to create something bigger, you want to aspire to more, the answer is kind of something you already know, which is that that's not going to work, right? Now, I'm not sure if going back to university, finishing my degree, is going to be what I need, is going to be like, the key to some great life. In fact, I don't think it will be, but I do think that I'm going back with a better perspective. I think I'm going back to learn, right? Instead of going to university because people go to university, which is kind of why I went there in the beginning. And I think I'm going back with a better mindset about myself and about learning and about work and what I value. And also with a mindset about the dangers of, living a hedonistic life, which is something that I've kind of been doing for a few months now. And, I'm just excited. I know that my confidence is a lot greater than a few years ago. I've been practicing my social confidence. And I really want to continue to learn. And I know that if I want to create the companies that I want to create, or the company, or just the solution, some way to grow the pie for everybody, right? So that I can, grow the pie for myself and support those around me that I love and build the projects that I want to build and have the experiences that I want to experience. I know that there's a lot of things that I need to learn, right? I have a great understanding of some aspects of life, but I need to become a better leader. I need to become much more communicative, right? I need to be able to manage multiple people. I need to become a better learner myself. I'm actually learning Spanish at the moment, which is a lot of fun. I made some friends who speak Spanish primarily, and I took a few years in high school, and I think that, I know a lot of people who speak both English and Spanish very well, and they also live a very deep life on top of that. And so I think that it's something that will complement my character. Sorry. And yeah, so I'm very excited. I'm kind of treating this hiatus back to Minnesota as a bit of a personal challenge in terms of how much I can improve myself. I also have taken a lot of steps recently in life to kind of increase my longevity, decrease my rate of aging. Things like that include losing some weight. I'm not quite as big as I was before. My face has slimmed out a little bit. I'm about 200 pounds right now, give or take, from my high of like 220. 224. And, you know, I think that if you're a bodybuilder and that makes you happy, that's great. But your joints, your cardiovascular system, everything will thank you if you weigh less. And also, women enjoy a more athletic build. I've been eating very well, which is great. I have a great skincare routine now, which, you know, sadly is not quite 100% foolproof, but honestly, my skin has been pretty great for a while. And yeah, I've just been really kind of enjoying my life, while also in the back of my mind knowing that something needs to change, because I see people who are working towards where I want to be, and they are putting in a lot more direct effort, and they're compounding a lot faster than I am. So I guess the purpose of this video, if you want to take one thing away, if you've watched this long, first of all, thank you so much, is, you know, you've really got to enjoy. Okay, I gotta go. I'm going to the city with a girl, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. You've got to enjoy your life, and you've got to work hard and enjoy something that you're working hard at. All right, until next time, peace.